Hey guys, today is my list for the top 10 Marvel movie fights. Let's jump right in. Number 10, Blade vs. Deacon Frost. One of the first good Marvel movies we ever got featured Wesley Snipes as the half-man, half-vampire hunter Blade. And in his first movie, we see him going against Deacon Frost, a vampire that killed his mother and caused him to become half-vampire. In their fight, Blade discovers that he's pretty much La Magra, the blood god, since he's now even stronger than he was before. But using his martial arts skills and his serum that he created, he was able to make him blow up, literally, and there's blood everywhere. Number 9, Spider-Man vs. Dr. Octopus, Spider-Man 2. In this fight, we see Spider-Man fighting against a new foe, Dr. Octopus, which literally takes them up a bell tower. But Doc Ock has taken poor Aunt May as a hostage, so he has to juggle saving her and stopping him. But evidently, he manages to get Aunt May out of the way, so that he was able to drive Doc Ock away. Number 8, Hulk vs. Abomination. The second movie in the MCU, The Incredible Hulk, was a pretty successful film. We had our favourite Green Giant facing off against his gross kind of archenemy. This fight was so entertaining. We got to see Hulk use a police car for, like, boxing gloves, and we also got to hear his famous catchphrase, Hulk Smash. But not only that, but we do see that this fight pretty much, it nearly levels the whole small city. Number 7, Thor vs. Malekith, Thor: The Dark World. This fight is one of my favourites, as we see the God of Thunder going up against the leader of the Dark Elves, Malekith. Not only that, but since Malekith is infused with the power of the Ether, which will evidently become the Reality Stone in Avengers Infinity War, in the Infinity Gauntlet, but their fight takes them through dimensions, actually, and they're appearing in different places. But in the end, Thor manages to defeat Malekith by using these devices that Dr. Erik Selvig had developed, which caused his limbs to come up, to be teleported to different places. Number 6, the X-Men vs. the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse. This might not have been the most popular X-Men movie, but it does have a great fight scene. While the X-Men are trying to save Xavier from becoming Apocalypse's newest body, they have to try and get through the Four Horsemen, which consist of Archangel, Storm, Magneto, and Psylocke. But this fight basically shows that those who have the ability for change can make a difference. Since in the end, Magneto did actually turn on he did turn on Apocalypse, and so did Storm. Number 5, Black Panther vs. Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War. This fight is just one of my favorites, literally. Our first look at Black Panther was perfect, and the way he appeared was brilliant, was incredible as well. I mean, it basically starts with T'Challa, who is Black Panther, wanting revenge on Bucky because he believes he's the one that killed his father. So it takes up the persona of the Black Panther and goes after him himself. But in the end, they are both caught by the government and are asked to come to a superior lockup. But Black Panther actually does cooperate, while the others weren't too into it. Right, number 4, Iron Man vs. Thor, Avengers Assemble. This fight is so funny. Our first look at Thor in Avengers Assemble shows him taking Loki out of the Quinjet and Iron Man following him. But we also get some pretty funny dialogue as well, since we see Shakespeare in the park calling him a tourist, but we don't know who would have won since Captain America had to intervene. Number 3. The Avengers vs. Ultron's Army. Avengers Age of Ultron. This is one of my favourite Marvel movies, and we see the artificial intelligence Ultron and his army literally pulling a city out of the ground. But the Avengers actually blow through his army and start to gang up on Ultron. But in the end, it's actually Scarlet Witch that defeats him by pulling out his central core, which is basically his heart. Number 2. Captain America vs. Winter Soldier. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. One of my favourite movies. This fight shows a battle between old friends, since Bucky no longer remembers who he used to be. It's pretty much a super soldier battle, since they're trying to take down the helicarriers that could kill millions, but Cap has Bucky in his way. So he's got to go through a man that he used to know as his best friend in order to save lives. It wasn't easy for him to do so, but eventually he did manage to defeat him, and the helicarriers turned on each other. Number 1. Captain America and Winter Soldier vs. Iron Man. Captain America Civil War. This fight literally brings the pages from the storyline of Civil War straight to the screen, since we see Cap trying to protect Bucky after Tony learns that Bucky had killed Tony's parents. Cap is doing everything he can in order to keep Tony away, but the fight basically brings two friends closer together, but also means that two friends come apart. As the quote says, he's my friend, so was I. Well guys, that's it for today, but I'll come back next week for another top 10 list, but be sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of it. And I will see you guys next week, and I'll see you later.